Talked about the team battles going on here at last check. NC State 85.5, Virginia Tech 67. Of course, the championship round coming up here in just a bit. We do, prior to that, have the 5th place battle that will either send Courtney or Doolittle. Virginia's Courtney, Duke's Doolittle. Now getting started. We'll send one of these young men on to the NCAAs as well.
And Doolittle in on the leg. Courtney draping over. That tricky defense from UVA, always apparent when you get to their legs. They're dangerous. You see it here. He's looking to get his 2 points, and there he does secure it.
Good start for Courtney.
Immediately into a nice hard ride. Staying in bounds.
Courtney relegated into this 5th place contest at the hands of UNC's Heilman, a 5-4 decision, and Doolittle, a technical fall at the hands of NC State's Oreni, who placed him here. And now this one final opportunity for these two to secure that spot in the NCAAs. Takedown giving Courtney the early 2-0 lead.
Courtney doing a good job of using that tight waist to crash the hips down of Doolittle. Keeping him flat, making him work for every single inch that he's given. Now he's trying to slide in his right leg, using an ankle ride as well. It's cool how top wrestling just, you're using every single part of your body the entire time. You're trying to hook with ankles, you're trying to grab with your hands, with your wrists, you're trying to keep your chest on top of the guy. And Courtney's is exemplifying all of that right now as he finds that cross wrist, looking for a tilt. Now Doolittle up to his feet. Courtney tried to drop down to the leg, trying to build back up on top, and he does so successfully and without giving up a stall call. Pretty expert. Now immediately into his other turn. Sorry, I won't narrate the entire.
No, you're good. I love it. No hesitation whatsoever. I'll say this. We were having that conversation a few moments ago about doing enough to create an impression that earns you one of those at-large selections. Here's a guy on the mat right now for Virginia in Courtney who did just that. He was a qualifier at the 141-pound classification as an at-large selection in 2021. So a visual reminder right now out there on the mat of what it takes in many cases, if it doesn't go your way today, to still find your way into the NCAA environment.
Yeah, and there's another storyline too with him continuing the persistence and building on that, and now he's well on his way with this 6-point lead in the first period of getting that automatic qualification, which is huge.
Another of the Pennsylvanians, of course, coaching staffs representing the great state of Pennsylvania in this ACC, and we talked about the number of individual performers. We talked about some of the emerging locations for the sport, like Georgia. You're going to see PA. That's something that has been a trend for a long, long time.
Absolutely, and I don't think that one's changing. I think other states will continue to develop their high school wrestling, and those powerhouse high schools will continue to be the powerhouse high schools, but Pennsylvania, it's just so deeply ingrained in their culture. And even when I talk to people that grew up in Pennsylvania in the 70s or prior to that, they're like, yeah, I just assumed that wrestling was as big everywhere as it was where I was growing up in central Pennsylvania. And it's one of those things that is unique.
Worked his way to UVA from Athens, PA, to be specific. And as Ty just told you, stake to a sizable advantage here. Trying to flip some of that ride time. Doolittle, they work their way out. Still 6-0, having already been built by Courtney. Virginia faring well in these consolation matches we've seen in the last hour and a half or so. Yellow having just given them a moment to savor, and now looking for one more from Courtney before attention turns to the championship matches a little bit later tonight. Always provides a little extra emotion, energy, drive, and determination, you would think, when you're hosting a championship the way Virginia is here today.
That's exactly right. When you have the majority of your home fans, you also have a little bit of the advantage. You can go follow your same routine. I'm sure these guys maybe went and stayed in a hotel, but I'm sure some of their guys were like, hey, I feel better when I sleep at my apartment or I sleep at my house, and I'd rather do that and stay on my normal routine and come to the arena like it was nothing. And I remember my redshirt freshman year, we had ACCs in Blacksburg in Castle Coliseum, and I thought it was cool that I got to drive to the arena that I was wrestling in and listen to my Notorious B.I.G. CD in my own vehicle, and then get out and go wrestle at a big conference championship.
Well, and just as we talk about the value of being in front of the home fans, you heard that cheer go up. That's because Michael Batista, 184 for Virginia, just earned his trip to NCAA. And on the verge of giving them something to cheer about one more time, Courtney has been on Doolittle and on the verge of trying to end this thing well ahead of the sizable point total he's accumulated, Ty.
And I think he's going to be looking to finish this one in the tech fall. He's just 2 points shy of it, so he'll look to start this period out on his feet, go and get that takedown right away, and I'm sure the celebration should ensue.
Looking for that one more. Up underneath Doolittle here. Courtney, as you said, needing just that one more moment. Riding time there, obviously. The 13 points are as well. The closure to this segment of the day. This is proving to be for the host squad, Virginia.
And I, of course, respect the fight of Doolittle here to continue this scramble on, continue wrestling hard throughout this entire match.
And there it is, the moment you had been waiting on. Able to get the tech fall for UVA is Courtney. And he will be among those, wrestling forward into the NCAAs by virtue of the win in this fifth place match. All right, your thoughts on what we witnessed today and where things sit as we head into the critical championship matchups here in just a bit, Ty?
I think in particular, just on our mat and on the consolation side in general, that scramble at the end of the Hayden Hidlay Matt Finesilver match, that was top notch. That was beautiful wrestling, and it was really fun to watch. And then in terms of storyline, Dylan Cedeno coming back over his